Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna get this started up here. Okay, let's start. Alright. Hello, everybody! Hope you are having a great afternoon. This is meteorologist Invader with your Invader's weather news forecast for May 13th, 2020. Welcome back to the video. Hope you like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy content. And be sure to subscribe today for more weather videos and news updates. Welcome to Invader's weather news coverage, where we track on the coronavirus cases, the severe weather in the Atlantic tropics. What are you going to expect in the Bahamas? Let's begin with your Invader's weather news. To start off with the news on the coronavirus. Right now, COVID-19 coronavirus cases. Let's begin. Right now, we got the coronavirus cases right now. Worldwide cases stand at 4,308,055 confirmed cases and over 155 deaths so far worldwide. Right now, the United States still leads the highest confirmed cases with over 1,411,488 confirmed cases and over 83,953 deaths so far. Right now, Russia leads second with the top highest cases with over 271 confirmed cases. Now let's talk about Russia's death toll. You can see this is it's at 2,212 deaths so far, and Russia has over 271 confirmed cases. So this is just interesting. So they have 2,000 deaths, but is there lying theories between Russia? At their confirmed cases is really high, but they should have more deaths than this. But this is just really suspicious that they have 2,000 deaths. Well, this is getting really suspicious because we cannot trust numbers in Russia. We can't tell this is real, but it would be good if there's less deaths, but we can't tell this is real numbers because we can't know what the information is going out from Russia because they have more confirmed cases than deaths. So this doesn't answer the question. Here, this is UK cases. Here they have, this is less than Russia's cases, but they have more deaths and more confirmed cases. So this does not make any sense with their deaths too. So that doesn't make sense. I don't know if this is real or not, but we'll be watching that really closely on Invader's Weather News and Invader's News and Weather. Followed by Russia, UK, Spain, Italy, Brazil, Germany, Turkey, France, Iran, mainland China, mainland China. I think they reported new cases, and it's still the same deaths, but they're reporting new cases. In mainland China, you can see this is basically went up confirmed cases, followed by India, Canada. Canada will be next highest cases, followed by India, Peru, all these other countries, and their death toll soon to follow. We'll be watching closely. According to New York Times, coronavirus live updates. Fed chair warns economic damage could be permanent unless Congress acts. According to CNN, says states continue to ease coronavirus restrictions ahead of expert recommendations. USA Today says U.S. coronavirus curve may be flattening, but estimated death toll keep rising. What does this mean? The New York Times says coronavirus world news live updates. Okay, we don't need to talk about that. ABC News says coronavirus updates. 14 other states have COVID-related illness in kids. Cuomo says. CNN says U.S. officially warns China is launching cyber attacks to steal coronavirus research. Let's talk about the curve right now worldwide. Cases over time, we're seeing double the size of the curve. The curve is now flattening. You can see the worldwide cases. This is we still have 4 million cases, and the curve is now flattening. It's doubling in size. And you can see this curve is not going to flatten sometime. We will see the light, but we won't see when this will flatten. Probably we've seen 81,576 cases today. New cases reported over time worldwide. Let's talk about the United States cases and their curve is flattening or not. Because there are stories and myths behind that. Like I was saying yesterday, the curve could look like it's flattening, but we gotta be sure. Coronavirus has been a deadly threat in the U.S., even across the world. But what does it mean for us? Our safety, our summer camps, summer activities, and what does it mean for everyone due to the coronavirus, and what your summer plans will be impacted or not. Let's talk more about that right now. Um, the first thing we want to talk about is the cases and their deaths. Confirmed cases, New York State is still leading the highest confirmed cases with over 485 confirmed cases and over 21,845 deaths so far worldwide. Top U.S. news live updates. Colleges opening as fall is up. Debate grave alarm raised on economy. NPR says how to make sense of all the COVID-19 projections. A new model combines them. EU European wants borders open for tourism. Coronavirus live updates. Let me see. The Washington Post. I already read that. We already read most of this, but let's talk about the confirmed cases. Yes, New York State is still leading the highest confirmed cases. 338,485, 21,845 deaths. Followed by New Jersey, Illinois, Massachusetts, California, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Florida. We got Texas, Georgia. We got Georgia behind Texas, Connecticut, Maryland, Louisiana, Virginia. All these other states where there are confirmed cases and deaths. I'm just scrolling down so you can pause for your state's list, so you can know there are confirmed cases and deaths still too, so you can be notified on various weather news on what's going on across the nation. Here's the confirmed cases and deaths for each day. I'm going to scroll down. You can pause the video because we have to move on. I'm not going to say all the states because I don't want to spend all my time on here. New cases over time we have seen yesterday we've seen about 21,475 cases yesterday over time. We don't know how many cases you've seen today, but we'll be talking more about that. But we will be talking more. Excuse me. We will be talking about more about that. About the curve is flattening, but we see dramatically increase in cases because we're not seeing a lot of cases. But let's talk about the curve. Is it flattening? Well, the peak is showing that our charts are showing the this chart is actually showing a decline in cases, but this curve looks like it's about to flatten, but we can't be sure if this will flatten. Let's talk about this curve. You can see this curve looks like it's about to flatten right here. This is yesterday's cases, but we cannot be sure if this curve will flatten. We can see this is about to flatten, but this is still going up, so we gotta be mindful of that when we learn how many cases how many tests are being done and how many cases are being seen on the chart. So we got to be mindful of social distancing, good hand washing for at least 20 seconds or more, and staying home will actually flatten this curve. But if everyone does this curve will flatten by now or later, or even probably in the past we could see that curve flattening. But yesterday we did over 472 tests yesterday. So we did a lot of tests yesterday than May 11th. So we did probably more tests yesterday, also on May 11th, which was Monday. So yeah, this was really surprising and all that stuff. But this gets real surprising to see the curve is flattening. But when you stay home, stay safe, then the curve will flatten. That's the key to that. Moving on to the coronavirus. Atlantic Tropics in the HR model. Let me just hang on. Where you can see that this is okay. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Oh God. Okay, so let's talk about the severe weather. Now, let's talk about the tropics. No, what are you doing? Yeah, okay, let's talk about the Atlantic 5-day. Let's talk about the Atlantic 5-day outlook disturbance.
FBI, hands up.
Atlantic 5-day disturbance. Now here, this is the new National Hurricane Center disturbance. This is just gonna get crazier later. Can you please stop? Thank you. Now let's talk about the National Hurricane Center. Day 5 tropical weather outlook. So we got a 70% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. You can see this is, or nearly in this region, is possibly a good chance of a cyclone formation in the next 5 days. So this could be subtropical. It's possible. Like we talked yesterday, this could be a good chance for disturbance or subtropical. Less winter in this area, potentially This will be a broad area of low pressure expected to develop late this week or early this weekend near or within a couple hundred miles north of the Bahamas. This could be a subtropical depression or storm. It's likely to form this weekend while it moves northeastward over the western Atlantic. So yes, we will be expecting good chance in this circle region. This is a good chance for disturbance in this area, mainly northwest of the Bahamas. So it's a good chance. That was just a good chance of disturbance in this area. So yeah, expecting a good chance for a subtropical storm or subtropical depression or just tropical depression or tropical storm. And speaking of tropical weather, let's move on to the forecast models. Let me just show you the tropics, and let's talk more about the tropics real quick. So this is what everyone has been waiting for, the models. So according to the models, we're expecting good chance for tropical activity and along this region, warm temperatures, seasonal temperatures. But as this goes, so you can see this is a low pressure right here. This could be a good chance for subtropical depression or subtropical storm around probably east up this eastern seaboard. You can see this low pressure right here. You can see this says 1004. You can see this is the low pressure. This could be the start of hurricane season, but this will not hit any land, as you can see. But this will be a good chance of a tropical activity and probably stronger wind field as this moves uh, eastward. This will actually dissipate into the wind shear, like we were talking about. But let's talk more about that, about the wind shear, how it breaks up hurricanes. So because what does wind shear do with hurricanes? So that will actually break up hurricanes and makes it dissipate faster. So that will weaken it, then it will be gone. Simple, weak. All this strong wind shear in the northeastern of the Atlantic, the North Atlantic, that's going to break up hurricanes. All this wind shear, we're having a lot of 100 knot wind shear. And talk more about that, let's talk about the vortexity and wind, the ZA50 here. Let me just load it up. We're expecting a lot of wind with this system. And let's talk more about this wind system if we're going to load it up. Hang on, guys. I'm just going to show you it. Okay, the models are ready. Let's talk more about that. So we're expecting a good chance for tropical activity, tropical development of this disturbance during the weekend. You can see this is the system right here on Saturday, May 16th. We're expecting a good chance of strong winds, a big subtropical wind field. This could be a good chance for subtropical as this wind field is big. Could bring some strong rip currents across Florida, South Carolina, Georgia coast, North Carolina coast. And yes, it could bring rip currents as it stays off the coast, but it will not make landfall. But will produce rip currents like strong waves, and this will be subtropical, extra subtropical later. Then this will dissipate into the wind shear. Like I talked about that, it breaks up hurricanes and dissipates more faster. So that's what I was talking about the wind shear and all that stuff. So that was mainly I was talking about. The wind shear will break up hurricane. You can see that dissipate really fast. Let me tell you more about that, so I can show you that I'm not lying, so you can know more about the wind shear. So this is your water class with Invader. And let's talk more about that. When you stay home, you can learn from me. I always learn something new every day by reading with these models. So this is getting really interesting. Now let's talk about the wind shear. So if you've never heard about wind shear and all that stuff, let me tell you more about this. So you can see this is all this red right here is the wind shear. That's a strong wind shear, 100 knot wind shear. And here in this area, there's a lot of wind shear around this one, but less wind shear. This is the bluish green area. This is where the wind shear is weak along this area, because there's gonna be a good chance for this tropical activity, tropical development to form. This gets strengthened along. Then you can see all this wind shear, this high pressure blocking it. This is the jet stream wind shear. You can see all this wind shear will actually break up this hurricane. You can see this gonna merge in here. You can see this weakens. This low pressure right here. This is 981. Then comes in this wind shear, then breaks it up. You can see this one. You can see this right here. This is the system low pressure. It's a magic trick. 1, 2, 3. It's gone. This is the wind shear. When it hits this wind shear jet stream, this will be gone. You can see that it's not there anymore because all the wind shear will break up this hurricane. So you should know about this. It's a really interesting fact. This is not that system. This is not the system because it's already broke up. This disturbance is gone already. So that's a really interesting fact if you want to know about wind shear and science with weather and stuff with this disturbance. So all this wind shear will break up it, break up as the end hits the windshield. It will break up this disturbance, tropical storm, subtropical storm, or subtropical depression. This will actually break it up, meaning that it will actually weaken a bit. And with the sea surface temperature being low, that's why it's going to be actually really colder, really chilly, colder temperatures as it enters probably northeast. That will actually dissipate due to the wind shear and the sea surface temperatures being really being very low in the North Atlantic. Let's talk more about that real quick. Here's the sea surface temperature. So you're expecting good chance for development. Here in this area, this will be developing. This says 27 degrees there. You need about 26 degrees Celsius and higher for a tropical disturbance development. You can see outlined clearly. We got 28 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius, clearly outlined. As this moves eastward, it will be traveling north. Probably traveling northeastward. Excuse me. It's gonna probably travel northeastward into the colder temperatures of the sea surface temperatures. Then this will actually weaken around this area. This 18 degrees Celsius. This will actually weaken the warmer temperatures, the coldest temperatures. Then this will actually dissipate later on. So you can see really colder temperatures along this area in the North Atlantic. And that's all for the tropics news, and we will talk more about that later on our next Invader's Winter News. Right now, it looks like severe weather is forming up right here on the satellite models. You can see severe weather is firing up over Texas. And let's talk more about that severe weather. Severe weather storm prediction center's day one outlook. We do have an enhanced risk of severe weather along this region. I forgot that I actually accidentally got the models out. I was about to show you the models. I'll just load that up later. I accidentally clicked it out. But here's the enhanced risk. So we got an enhanced risk of severe weather along this region. This includes for Lubbock, Texas, Altus, Oklahoma, Sydney, Texas, Vernon, Texas, Elk City, Oklahoma. We do have an enhanced risk of severe weather along this region, and we got a slight risk here and there for these areas. Tornado risk, we got a 2% along this area. I think this model has changed a bit. 2% chance of tornado risk along this area. Wind risk, we got a 30% and a 5% here. 30% good chance for strong wind gusts, and we are expecting really large hail. Also in this hatch area, we're expecting really large hail, 2 quarter-size inch hail. Expecting this hatch area, you can see these includes for the 30% in the hatch area. We're expecting really large hail along the severe weather development. Widespread severe weather is expected with this system. Severe thunderstorms with the primary threats of scattered damaging winds and large hail are expected this afternoon into evening across parts of West Texas and western Oklahoma. Here's the day 2 outlook, and we do have more severe weather in the making here. You can hang on, I can show you real quick. But yes, then this actually widespread. So we're expecting widespread severe weather here in the slight risk region. Expecting really widespread of severe weather, isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms will be possible from portions of the southern central plains into the mid-Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, and lower Great Lakes on Thursday. Let's move on to the next part here. Hang on, it's just gonna load up. So yeah, let's talk about the slight risk real quick. Here it is. Here we got the tornado risk. We got a 5% along this region. This is for Chicago, Illinois, Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Rockford, Illinois. We're expecting a good chance in this area. Slight risk, 5% chance of tornado risk. Wind risk 15% and hail risk 15%. So we got a slight risk. We're going to continue tomorrow. Then day 3 outlook showing a marginal risk of severe weather. So nothing too of that. Hang on. Probably expecting a slight risk, but nothing too severe for tomorrow on day 3 outlook, which is Friday. Expecting marginal risk for that area. Moving away from the Storm Prediction Center, let's talk about the, hang on, let's talk about the, severe models here. Okay, let's talk more about this, severe weather. Here we got the HRR models. Here's the run with this one. Okay, this has fully loaded here. Here's the HRR models. Here we're expecting storms along today with severe weather, and here we can see we're expecting strong storms, supercell bands, very large hail and damaging wind gusts as this passes through. Expecting few tornadoes, free spin up tornadoes, and possibly damaging winds and large hail as this moves through the southern plains, central plains. And let me just put up the NAM 3KM models, or maybe I'll just pull up the rapid refresh one. This is better. This shows up for Thursday actually, right? As this moves through, we're expecting strong bands of storms, and probably on Friday and Thursday, we're expecting really strong bands. And as this moves northeastward, this will actually produce strong bands on Thursday. You can see all this light severe weather, rain, strong storms along this region. You can see all this rain. And Friday, we got marginal risk of severe weather. We're going to bring more severe weather, more storms, and expecting thunderstorms, lion thunderstorms are expected with this. You can see all this rain, storm pushing through. So that could produce more of this severe weather. And speaking of the severe weather, let's talk about the significant tornado perimeter. So let's talk more about that real quick. So here we got a lot of tornado energy, a little bit tornado energy, but a lot. But there's still some tornado energy for tomorrow. Thursday expecting a ton of tornado energy along this region for this light risk region. That especially in this 5% region, good chance for a tornado, significant tornado perimeter along this region. You can see in this area, we got a good chance for a possible tornado, some type of significant tornado energy expected along this region, especially in that 5% area. And the Cape, these strong storms, and we're expecting a lot of energy with this storm, especially on a slight risk tomorrow. Expecting a lot of energy with this system. I doubt if this will be enhanced risk upgrade, but we'll be seeing. But I highly think this could be a enhanced risk upgrade or a slight risk upgrade. For now, this could be a slight risk upgrade, but I highly doubt this could be an enhanced risk. But if it's enhanced risk, then we were right, but we can't tell. This will be enhanced risk, but it will be a slight risk for now. But this might be upgraded. We don't know. I give it like a 45% of chance of being upgraded for now. But this is what the models are telling us right here on the HRR V4 models. And speak of the Cape, let's move on to the Cape, and this will be our last part of the severe weather update. And that's all for Invaders Weather News. So we're expecting a lot of Cape along this region. This is actually on Wednesday, actually. So you can see all this pulling up in Gulf of Mexico. All this energy on Wednesday. This is actually on Thursday because this is on overnight. Expecting a ton of energy along this region. Here's the sounding with this one. Marginal tornado risk along this area. That's why the Storm Prediction Center has gave it a 2% risk along this area. This is going to be a weak supercell. Not really too severe with this, but we have enhanced risk for today. And this will be moving through Wednesday overnight through Thursday morning. And all this energy will be flowing through the probably northeastward into this area. On Friday, we got more ton of kind of this Cape energy. So there's still more Cape along this region. So there's a ton of Cape. Still marginal tornado risk on Friday. So we'll be watching very closely on these models what we're expecting with the severe weather and storm. But Saturday it just gets crazy and crazy. Okay. But the models get really crazy here to see severe type, no tornado risk, but it's just gonna be severe weather type, but nothing too severe with that. As you can probably tell, let me show you that, and as it moves away, but there will be more severe weather, so this could be interesting. But the Cape always shows severe weathers and how much energy with this system will be with. But that's all the models are saying. But that's basically it for Invaders Weather News forecast for May 13th, 2020. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this special video. See you guys in the next video. Bye. And stay safe and take care, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. See y'all later in the next video. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was Invader's weather news forecast for May 13, 2020. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to join our Discord server, links in the description above, and make sure to follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at InvaderDip2RBOF. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a fantastic day. Stay safe and take care, guys.